Alright, I think we should be live here. So, welcome to everybody who is here and waiting. I see we already have one viewer, so thank you for showing up to hang out with me here on the live stream. If this is the first time you've been here, if you have any questions, let me know in the live chat. We just talk about all things cryptocurrency and answer any questions, anything like that. So, usually get a couple people in here and get some good conversations going, and we can have a good time and learn about cryptocurrency, see what's going on in the markets, and if there's any questions about mining or crypto or anything like that, I usually try and answer all of the ones that are in the chat. And in the past, it has not been too busy in the chat here, so I can usually get to most of the questions. But looks like we're doing pretty good here. We've got 2 people, so again, welcome. Make sure you guys hit that like button on the live stream. That'll help the YouTube algorithm in recommending this stream to more people, meaning more people will learn about cryptocurrency, and eventually, meaning the prices of crypto will start to go up. So, as you can see, we're just looking at Coin 360 right now, and well, this is a little bit different than I was expecting it to look when we started this, because all day today Bitcoin has been doing great, Ethereum's been doing great, the whole cryptocurrency market was doing great all day, and within the last hour or two, everything kind of decided to go down. When I woke up this morning, Bitcoin was like $59,800, almost 60,000 again, and now we're back down to 57,000. But again, 57,000, still significantly higher than it was just, 4 or 5 months ago, so you can't really complain. So definitely kind of funny to see it go down right when we're getting ready to do the live stream, but at least it's still overall going up. And as I've said before, I think we still have a lot of room for Bitcoin to grow, as well as some of these other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum and ADA, Litecoin, Dogecoin, stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see what Bitcoin does, if it kind of fixes itself here in the next few days and keeps going up, or if we're going to hang out around the 55 to 60,000 range for a little while. But I see we have 3 people watching now, so welcome. Again, thank you for showing up. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything you want to know, let me know in the live chat or in the Discord. If you're over on the Discord, we can check out the live AMA questions channel. Anything in there, I usually try and answer on the stream, and then of course anything that's asked in the live chat I will get to. But again, we're pretty much just hanging out here. If you have anything you want to contribute in the chat, definitely appreciate it. And again, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. We're posting videos every day on all things cryptocurrency, so definitely make sure you're subscribed. But so I see we have 4 people now, but we were talking about the Bitcoin price and the Ethereum price and all of that, so just seeing kind of where it's at. But Ken Sean West, hey there, nice to have you here. Glad you could come. Excuse me. I did see your comment on my video as well as the comment in the Discord. I do appreciate it. I tried my best to go through and remove all of the spam comments. That was something I did want to mention here, is apparently there is a spammer on YouTube who has the same logo and name as I do that is commenting that they go, text on WhatsApp or Telegram or something like that. I did go in and I removed that guy from the YouTube channel, so in theory, that guy should not be able to access the channel or the videos. That doesn't mean he's not going to go make another account, but I'll just say it here. I'm never going to ask you to text a WhatsApp or anything like that. And as you saw in my Discord here, if you are a part of it, my username is Bitcoin Tips, and then in parentheses, will not DM first. So if you ever get a DM on Discord or see a comment that says, chat here, send me a text message, it's definitely not me. I'm never going to ask you to do that. And in Discord, I'm not going to ask you, or I'm not going to DM you first. If we're ever having a chat in one of these channels, I'll have you go ahead and DM me if we need to move it to a private chat. But that's something to keep in mind when you're looking at the channel as well as in Discord. So again, thank you for letting me know, and I did my best to remove that and will continue to do my best, but unfortunately I'm not always in front of the YouTube comment section getting ready to remove spam stuff. But Mike, welcome. You said thank you for the live stream. Awesome work. I'm glad you've been enjoying it. And Mike, I was wondering, did you, I think you commented, but you caught the video on building the mining rig. I know we've been talking about that for the last, couple weeks here, waiting for everything to get here. I finally got the CPU this last week and got it all built. So hopefully you enjoyed that. But it's been nice to have that second mining rig up and running since Ethereum's been doing pretty good in price, as well as the mining difficulty and all of that. So that paired with my RX 580 rig, definitely nice to have mining. So if I could get more GPUs, I would love to do more videos. I got a comment on there that someone said they'd like to see a video putting together a mining rig with no cuts, which I would be happy to do. I have no problem doing that, but I can't get GPUs for a decent price. I've been entering the shuffles almost every day on Newegg to try and get picked to get something like a 3060 Ti, 3070. I entered a couple for 3090s. Today I think was all 6800 XTs, but I haven't been picked for anything, and I'm not going to go on eBay and spend, 3 or 4 times MSRP on a GPU just for mining, even if I was going to do gaming on it. But so I see Ken Sean here said, can I earn a... I'm not familiar with that word here. Daedalus? Let me see. That may have been a typo, but looks like it was a Greek mythology guy. I'm not familiar with that. Just putting it out there, but by staking or connected to a pool rewards. Can I earn in... let me see if there's something with, it says crypto. Yeah, so I'm not familiar. Okay, so I see it as a cryptocurrency wallet here. I'm not familiar with this wallet. I'm just looking at their website right now, which what I can do is just throw it up on the actual live stream screen here. But this is the question that you were asking about. But let's see. So question by staking or connected to a pool. Again, I'm not 100% sure what the question's asking, and I'm not really familiar with this wallet, so that might, be adding to my confusion a little bit. But it looks like secure cryptocurrency wallet, ADA Cardano. Okay, so it is a Cardano wallet. I personally, for my ADA, I only have a very small amount, and I am holding it in the Crypto.com app. On my phone. It's a great app. I highly recommend it if you're looking to get access to a Visa card that you can spend crypto on. I don't know where everybody's located, but in my location, I was able to get the Visa debit card for crypto, which is cool to have, although I haven't used it yet. Just something to kind of have there. But that's where I store my ADA. Again, I'm not familiar with this wallet, so I don't know too much about it, but I'll have to look into this and maybe do a video on it with a little bit more in-depth review. But so yeah, and you said thank you. Yes, I can be a mod to clean up the haters. Yeah, we can always talk about that. I mean, like I said, I do my best to remove the spam people, and I think that's a huge issue in all of cryptocurrency. Is that people spam and try and get you to, send them a text, or, I get DMs in Discord that are saying, like, hey, you've been selected to test an exchange, go on the exchange, type in this code, and you'll get, 0.6 of a Bitcoin. And, you go on the website, you make an account and type in the code, it's going to give you that 0.6, but you're not going to be able to withdraw it until you deposit more. So it's a scam, but... it's unfortunately something that happens in cryptocurrency. I see it a lot on other people's videos as well as mine. I just do my best to get rid of them and keep it clean. But Mike, unfortunately, no updates on the previous channel. I think, I kind of accepted that it was gone March 8th, about 10 days ago. Today's the 18th. And that was the day that my whatever the strike that they said that I had was supposed to go away, and I I expected one of three things to happen. One, best case scenario, I woke up and had access to it. I could sign in and, pick up where I left off. Two, to not be able to get in and have to chat with them again and try and get an answer. And then three, what ended up happening was I woke up, didn't see it. So I went into work and I was like, well, I'll start off this morning by chatting into YouTube support and seeing, what the heck. I saved my transcripts of the previous chats that said, your channel will come back when your strikes expire. So I went to go chat, and I keep getting an error on the Google form that says, error with this form, please refresh or try again later. Well, as you can see, it's been 10 days, and I still have yet to get connected to a real person at Google, and I suspect the reason for that is because the YouTube chat, you have to be a partner with Google to get access to that, and the channel that I was partnered with YouTube on was the old Bitcoin tips, and unfortunately right now with this Bitcoin tips I'm not partnered because to get the partnership status you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 public watch hours. Currently I'm at I think right before I started I was at 305 subscribers and I believe like 297 hours, so I'm still a ways away from getting partnered. I think the only way at this point that the old YouTube channel will come back is one day I will, wake up and check, and it'll be back. I don't remember specifically when the other strikes were supposed to expire, but I do remember that the first one was supposed to expire on March 8th because that was the day I needed to get to not, be in the danger zone of losing the channel. But, like we've talked about, I still think it was Google and YouTube, removing it because it was cryptocurrency. They were never able to give me a real solid answer as to why it was removed. It was always just, spam content, which, there have been some videos on sites that do eventually go down. There's no way to predict when a site will go down, but I would say the majority of the videos and the goal of the channel overall was to help everybody, no matter where you are in the world, as long as you have a device that connects to the internet, learn how to make some money with cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, whether that's through faucets, cloud mining, stuff like that. So, but yeah, so Kenshan, I see you said great crypto app, researching it together. So yeah, I'll have to look into it a little more, but you said they censored Trevon James, Trace Mayer, and Andres Antonopoulos, and have spoken about censorship. So the only one I know in there is Trevon James. I used to follow him back in the BitConnect days, but that does not surprise me. And there is actually a guy on Twitter that I saw that had his channel deleted. He tweeted out or actually one of my members in Discord messaged me and said, hey, this other guy has had a similar issue to the to what you had, and I was like, well, you know what, I mean I guess I gotta look into this for sure then, and see what's going on. So I clicked on the tweet and went and looked at it. Yeah, the guy here is called Crypto. He is a much higher subscribed YouTube channel about cryptocurrency, and that is ultimately what saved him, because he had over 300,000 subscribers. You can see his channel, 319,000 subscribers. Well, he had his channel deleted, and within, I would say, 6 to 8 minutes, they reinstated his channel because he went on Twitter and said, guys, help me out, and tweet at YouTube creators, and get this fixed. And he was lucky enough to get it fixed. Unfortunately, with the 21,000 subscribers I had, I only have 2,000 people in Discord, and I would say probably only about 200 to 300 of them are active. There just wasn't enough push to get the channel back, so that's why I ultimately was not able to get it back. But so yeah, I see you said you followed the tweet. I was tweeting on his chain of tweets there with YouTube and his community just to see, I figured best case scenario for me is he would, like it and say, yeah, that kind of sucks, guys, go follow this other YouTuber who had the same issue in cryptocurrency, but unfortunately he didn't see it or didn't react to it. But like I said, he was able to get it back because he had enough followers, but I mean, I personally feel like that's what it was, is, cryptocurrency was going up in value, and, the big companies and the big, government controlling countries, don't necessarily like cryptocurrency and Bitcoin so much. So, their thought is, well, let's start getting rid of the way that people learn about it through YouTube and articles and stuff like that. And, it was just an unfortunate event, and at this point, like I said, I don't think there's anything I can do. I still, once a day try and get into the chat, and in the event that I do, I will certainly try and fight for it. I will definitely fight and chat again. I mean, that's all I can do, I guess. But like I said, I check every day to see if the YouTube channel has come back, and I don't get any updates, anything like that in my email. I'm guessing that if it does come back, it will just show up. The really weird thing that I find, I don't know if anyone here is familiar with Social Blade, but this is something that I use, that, well, many people use to track social media status on many different platforms. YouTube is one of them, but you can use it for like Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that. But if you go on there and type in Bitcoin tips, you're going to get the old channel, which is extremely strange to me. Because you go on YouTube, you're only going to find the new Bitcoin tips, the one you're watching right now. And on Social Blade, I have not been able to get the new Bitcoin tips to show up. So I don't know what kind of API system that Social Blade uses to pull in their information from YouTube. Because, they're getting all the upload information, the subscribers, the total views, all of that. They're getting all of that from YouTube. But if I scroll down to here, you can see that the last day that they had information was the 5th of February, which was the day that it got deleted. I woke up the 5th of February and had, 20 emails from YouTube canceling all my stuff. So I don't know what this means, I guess. I don't think that this really means anything, but I find it interesting that this still shows up to the old channel when you go on YouTube and there's just nothing there. So because I did this on purpose here, I saved in the official links in Discord. If you scroll up, you'll see my old YouTube channel link crossed out, but I saved it in Discord just so I had the link, and if you go to it, it still says this account has been terminated for violating, their guidelines or whatever. So it is what it is. I mean, like I said, I don't think it's going to come back, but, maybe one day in a month or two I'll check and it'll be there. I think that would be the best case scenario, because it sucks, and I think, like I said before, I mean, a lot of the funding for some of, like, the mining rigs and stuff came from the YouTube videos that was paying, so the Google AdSense. So right now I built the last mining rig, the video I uploaded, based off the money that I was getting from YouTube at the time. If you can believe, I started that rig process of ordering everything back in February, but now that I'm not earning that money from YouTube, at least at this time, I probably won't be building any more mining rigs. Not that I can get GPUs anyways, but that's kind of where we're at. So unfortunately, I mean, to go back up to your question there, Mike, there aren't really any updates, but trust me, if there is an update, I'll definitely be notifying Discord, and then probably what I'll do is schedule a live stream on this channel here. Since I know some people, come and watch these, I'll definitely do a pre-recorded video and then probably a live stream and say, like, hey, the 305 people that are here on this channel, subscribed, commenting, you guys are the real supporters here. That not only watched the videos on the old channel, but also came over to the new one. Because, like I said, I've done, maybe 4 or 5 announcements in Discord, and I have, what does it say here? 2,081 people. Well, there's 1,700 people missing from here. That when I announced, the old channel got deleted, please go subscribe to this one, 1,700 people didn't subscribe to it. And really, I would say only about 150 to 200 from Discord came over, because I would say the other 100 that's gotten me to where I am now is probably just from people finding the videos through Google and YouTube search as I upload about different topics in cryptocurrency going on. So it sucks, but there's pretty much nothing I can do. It's just kind of amazing to me that Google was willing to just delete a channel that wasn't. I'm not saying it was big or anything, but it wasn't a small channel. I mean, it was making Google a decent amount of money each month from ad revenue, because I know what I was making, and Google only gives me 30% of that. So they were getting quite a bit. So I mean, it sucks, but who knows? And like I said, I hope that by the end of 2021 that this channel that we're watching on can be at least right back around where we were. Do I think that I can build it up in a year back to 20,000 subscribers? It's definitely possible. It's just going to depend on the community, whether people are really liking the content, hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel, stuff like that. But I mean, I try and make content that's interesting, up to date, about cryptocurrency, and about the popular topics in crypto. So like Dogecoin is something that's really popular in the crypto space, as well as in the mainstream financial area. So those videos get a little bit more views than something like building a mining rig. While that's still popular, not as many people are going to be looking for that unless they're already building a mining rig. And there's already so many people out there with bigger channels, such as like Red Panda Mining, Vosscoin, Son of a Tech. They all do mining and have detailed guides on it that are probably going to get ranked higher in Google searches. So that's kind of the thoughts that I've had. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But I see we have 5 people, so thank you guys for showing up. We're just kind of talking about the old YouTube channel and the new one, and any updates, stuff like that. So if you have any questions, again, leave a live chat. I definitely appreciate everyone being here. Make sure to hit that like button. And if you have any questions, comments, anything you want to hear about, definitely let me know in the live chat. But I should be having the follow-up video here to the mining rig video coming out, within the next few days. I want to finish printing the case for it. I'm 3D printing a mining rig frame right now, and I just have a few more parts to print. They are the larger ones, so that can only be printed one at a time, and it takes a few hours to do one piece. So hopefully, maybe by Saturday or Sunday, I can get the final video made talking about the final build, hash rate, stuff like that, because I do have it steadily mining. It's been stable the last few days. If you watch the video, you'll know that it's one 1066 gigabyte, two 1660 Ti's, which are also 6 gigabytes, and a single RX 580 from the other rig that had to be moved to this one. So 4 cards in total, and it's hashing at about 104 mega hashes on Ethereum, using, I believe, about 400 watts out the wall. So it was actually a really low power rig for the hashing power that it's getting. I was able to do some, good undervolting to lower that power draw down, which was nice. But like I said, I'll be doing a video on that here in the next few days, kind of talking about that. And if anyone's interested, again, let me know in either the comments on that video or here. If you're interested in seeing a video on, overclocking and just kind of how HiveOS works, I don't know how many people are actively mining and would find that kind of video interesting. But I could definitely do something like that, you know, talking about how HiveOS works, the different menus, and overclocking and stuff. Because at first it's definitely really confusing, but it's not too hard to use. It took me, you know, a few days to kind of learn everything and see what it looks like. But once I did that, it's not hard to use. But let's see. You said top cloud mining sites are dual mine. I'm researching Feel mining in the cloud. Let me look up Feel mining. Okay, so this is another cloud mining site. I've not heard of this one specifically. Dual mine I have heard of. I did do a video on that one. Let's try and switch this to English. But dual mine, you know, made some changes that a lot of people did not like, and I have not been on the site in a long time. I may have some mining speed on there I don't remember, but I'll have to look into this Feel mining myself here, because I have not seen this, because I hate to say it, but, you know, with all the cryptocurrency mining going up in value back in 2017, so many people kind of created cloud mining sites that were ended up being scams, that cloud mining was pretty much killed by that bull run, because there were so many pop-up cloud mining sites that if you know, weren't researching crypto every single day, you kind of, you know, you may have deposited to some sites that, you know, ended up going down within the next few days and you lost your money. So this site I'll have to look into a little more. Just off the first glance here, it looks a little fancy, which, you know, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, but in my experience, the legitimate cloud mining sites, their website is extremely simple. I've talked about this in some of the older videos on the old channel, but, you know, it's nice to have these graphics and you know, the gradients and all that, and you know, the logos shrinking and stuff like that. But, you know, a cloud mining site that's legitimate is going to get a website that works for the cheapest amount they can, because that's not going to be something that makes them money. As long as it, you know, gets you into your account, shows you the information you need, then they're good. And a great example of that is like EOBot or Genesis Mining. Those were both very legitimate sites that allowed people to cloud mine. Genesis is still around. EOBot unfortunately closed down. But, you know, sites like this, I would be careful with. And George here says 90% of cloud minings are scams, and I hate to say it, but you're right. With all the cloud mining sites that are out there going, and the cryptocurrency going up in value, it's way more profitable to, you know, spend maybe $1,000 on a really nice looking website, and, you know, set up a Bitcoin wallet and you know, something that says, oh, you deposited half a Bitcoin, well, you now have 100 terahashes, and makes a number go up. And then, you know, a week later you take the site down, spend a week, you know, redesigning the site, change the URL and the domain, and put it back up as something else. And that's unfortunately what a lot of cloud mining is. So I would definitely say, if you get into a cloud mining site and it seems too good to be true, that you're making a good amount of money, you're making your investment back quickly, I would, if you deposited something, I would stick with that deposit and get that money back, and then you can think about depositing more, because getting your investment back is the best thing you can do in a cloud mining site. Then you can always look into, you know, investing more. So, Crypto.com, Blockfolio app, Nexo, also Library and BitTube pay out with the threshold of subscribers. You can earn tokens in exchange for Bitcoin. I am, you know, looking at Library, because the LBRY site, I did have my old Bitcoin Tips channel linked up to that site. And I actually, you know, right before this stream, about, you know, 2 hours ago, I just started the process of linking this Bitcoin Tips, the one you're watching, to Library. So, you know, I might start promoting some videos over there, and try and build up that community as well, in the event that this channel gets taken down by YouTube, which, you know, honestly, I hate to say it, but I wouldn't be surprised. I would definitely be very upset, but I wouldn't be surprised. But Yeah, I will have to keep you guys updated. Right now, I am working on the sync process to claim Bitcoin tips on library. And then what I'll do is, make a post here on YouTube about it, and that'll be somewhere where you can follow. And what's really nice is you upload to YouTube, and it automatically pulls it over to the library site. So that's really nice. But Mike asks here, when do you expect the bear market to come back? And that's a really hard question to ask, and I'm not sure. I know we've kind of talked about this in the previous streams, but I personally still think we have a lot of room for Bitcoin to go up because based off the charts, and we actually talked about this in the last live stream, I'm not great at charts, but based off what people who are really good at charts have said, if this Bitcoin bull run and altcoins follows the one that happened in 2017, there is the evidence in the charts that we are only just beginning, and Bitcoin should finish around $280,000 to $300,000. Will that happen? I have no idea. I think it's possible, but I don't know if it's possible for this year or 5 years from now. But I'm honestly surprised. I will say from my personal experience and what I've seen over the last 5 or 6 years in Bitcoin and crypto, I'm surprised that it's still going as strong as it is, and it's really slowed down to where it's sat around the 55 to 60,000 range for a while. The last couple weeks. So, will it pull back? It might. I would say 35,000 to 30,000. I would say is probably going to be an indicator. If it gets back below 35,000, that's probably going to be an indicator of the bull market ending. I mean, cryptocurrency is so volatile, and it's nearly impossible to predict what's going to happen. I would be really surprised if it dropped below 30,000, back into the 20s. But it is possible, and just like that, it's very possible that tomorrow we could wake up and it could be $75,000. So you don't know what is going to happen with it. And like I said, I think Bitcoin easily by the end of 2021 can become $100,000 coin. But will it happen? I don't know. I think it has the potential to. So. Let's see. Kenshawn said, dual mine pays and is proven to be better than Hashflare, Genesis, NiceHash, EOBot, less expensive than rigs, and more profitable than banks. Yeah, so dual mine, from what I remember, was a really good site, and it probably still is. I'm not saying that it's not a good site. They do pay out, but I believe they switched their services to only get paid out in their coin. Which is, I don't even remember what their coin is. I mean, we can go on dual mine here, but, and I think that upset a lot of people because you can no longer get paid out in, the cryptocurrency that you want. And of course you can exchange it, but depending on where you are in the world, you may have to, report that on tax income, and that could end up costing people a lot of money, depending on how much you're mining on here versus if you were just getting paid out in Bitcoin or Ethereum or something like that. So, yeah, so CryptoNits is their coin here. And I remember talking with someone on the old channel that they had started paying out in only their coins. So I could be wrong. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been on the site here. But let me see if I can get signed in and see what they're talking about in the account. Because like I said, it's been a while personally, so. Let's see here. Yep, log in. Oh, interesting. So I'm on the other screen here, but I typed in my information and hit log in, and I got a 419 error expired. But let's see here. I just want to make sure there aren't any, emails or anything like that showing in the account before we bring it over. But definitely, all right, let's see. Transaction quickness, and they're having cost consumption for miners to confirm plus transaction fee for Bitcoin is not scaled via the Lightning Net or Onion routing It's still too slow and costly to move. Yeah, that's going to be something that's going to happen with Bitcoin as it continues going up. Is it's you're going to stop seeing things move around. You're going to stop seeing Bitcoin move because what is a thousand Satoshi transaction? You know, when Bitcoin's $8,000 compared to 100,000, it's going to be a lot more expensive to move Bitcoin. So Dual Mine here says it has my email on it, so I'm going to just go ahead and keep it on this screen here just to prevent the email from being in the live stream. But yeah, so payouts, let's switch to here, create new, because, yeah, okay, so I see on Dual Mine right now there's a coin option of CRT and BTC Plus. Again, I'll have to do some more research on what they did to change around here, but it's definitely, I'm not saying it's a bad site. They've been around for what looks like 3 years now, and I do recommend them because if you are looking to get into a cloud mining site, they do have a proven record, like you said there, that they do pay. They are a little bit more profitable than some of the other cloud mining sites, and I think a big issue that people are running into both with cloud mining and at-home mining is finding hardware. Whether you're going out to try and buy GPUs for your at-home rig, or you're a huge mining farm like Genesis or EOBot or Hashflare or something like that, you're still having the same struggle of finding that hardware. So I think that's something that indicates if a cloud mining site is real or not. And again, that's just something that I factor into my calculations on whether or not to trust a site. Because if I sign up on a site right now and it gives me the ability to buy, 100 terahashes of Bitcoin mining power, or, maybe it gives me the ability to buy 20 megahashes of, or I'm sorry, 20 gigahashes of mining Ethereum. I mean, 20 gigahashes in Ether right now is a lot. And it's not impossible to have right now, but it's rare unless you have been investing in hardware, before, December of last year. But definitely interesting, and I think cloud mining, it still has a place in crypto, and that was originally how I got a lot of my initial cryptocurrency, was back in 2015 and 16, was taking money from, free Bitcoin, not Fire Faucet, that wasn't around then, but the faucets that are gone, like Hit Pixel, I don't know if anyone ever used that. Monster BTC, that's gone. Oh geez, there were a ton of faucets that I used to use. Taking the money from there and investing it in EOBot, because EOBot allowed you to buy fractions of gigahashes, so I'd use that fraction to, mine some more Bitcoin. And eventually, it built up, and then I started the YouTube channel, and, referral bonuses play into it a little bit. But, faucets and cloud mining sites were how I got my start in crypto. And I still believe that there are trusted cloud mining sites out there. They're just really hard to find, and even if they are trusted, there are places that'll invite people out and go through their warehouses and, make videos about it, and people still don't think they're real. And I think it's just because there have been so many scam cloud mining sites that it's really, really hard to run a real cloud mining site because people just don't trust you. So that's kind of my opinion on it, but it sucks, again. But, cryptocurrency changes so much that, maybe in a year cloud mining sites will be back and there'll be a lot of trusted ones. I mean, it's hard to say. But Mike said, are you mining DGB, which is Digibyte? And if so, what kind of setup am I using? Right now, I am not mining Digibyte. When I first built my original mining rig, that Digibyte was actually the first coin that I mined. Now, the first the first mining rig I built is the one that I recently merged into, or, converted into the RX 580 rig. But originally, back in 2017, I believe, it was 1066 gigabytes, which I still have those cards. One of them is in the computer that's doing the live stream, and one of them is on the mining rig right now. But that rig right now is mining Ethereum, and the reason for that is simply just because of how profitable it is. If we look at the, what to mine site here, which calculates based off your GPUs how much you're going to be making, let's say I was using those two 1060s just to, that's what I started with. I'm going to be getting 45 mega hashes on Ethereum, and that's going to earn me about, $4.49 after, paying 10 cents a kilowatt for power. So almost $5 a day before power, whereas Digibyte was on the... Oh, Digibyte's got so many different algorithms, though. Let me see if it comes up on here, because I know I was mining Digibyte on the Skeen algorithm at the time. That was what I started with. It did not pop up here. So, because I know Digibyte has like 5 algorithms. SHA-256 is one of them. Skeen is one of them. And it does not look like it is showing up here. So, I mean, that's the reason I'm not mining Digibyte. I have nothing against it, and I actually do still have the Digibyte that I mined at the time. And I'm just holding on to them because when I mined them, they were worth about 12 cents a coin. And as of right now, they're not. So that's why I haven't sold them into any other cryptocurrencies. I'm just kind of holding them and hoping that it goes up in value again, because you can see it's about half that price, because I was mining right around in here. Which sucks, but hey, it is what it is. It's all part of cryptocurrency. But Ken-shun, you said you get paid out faster now because of White Deer Exchange and Binance will both hold CRT or dual mine coin, easily exchange it for Bitcoin. Hefty fee, you don't need to wait for 0.4 min withdraw. So yeah, I mean, that is something that's nice about a site paying you in their own coin, is it's probably cheaper to send and has lower withdrawal limits because it's just not as popular as something like Bitcoin, whereas we just talked about with the price going up, the fee price is going up as well. So that's kind of... each person has to weigh out the pros and cons in their situation, and like I said, I have nothing bad to say about Dual Mine. They've never done anything wrong to me, but you're actually the first person to speak positively about Dual Mine that I have talked to since they made this change. So again, it's totally personal preference as well. I mean, if you don't mind getting paid out and doing an exchange, that's fine, but some people do, and that's why they don't like it. So, like I said, personally for me, I've got nothing bad to say about them, and I do have to do some more research on it, and I can always do like a pre-recorded video and stuff like that. But it's definitely an interesting topic. But Bubbles, welcome. He said, is there any ASIC miners you would recommend for any starters? I would say you want to try and find something that is not only profitable, but you have to look into power as well, because I know a lot of people, depending on where you live, if you're in North America, you do not have 220 power, readily available. It's possible to wire it up, and it's not hard, but, a lot of the AMP miners only run on 220. So if you don't do your research, you could end up with a machine that you can't even turn on. And again, even if you do find one that runs on 120, if that's all you have, you got to be careful because, those things will draw, 1600 watts, which is right around the max for a typical 120 15 amp circuit. But with that being said, the Gold Shell HS1, the one I just pulled up here, this is a really good ASIC if you can find it for a good price. It gets 105 gigahashes at 115 watts. It's great for at-home mining. Let me remind myself here what that hashes is on. I'm not sure if it's on Ethereum. Let me see. Control panel, miner software. Yeah, but what does it mine in? What is that hashes in? But... So yeah, Gold Shell is a really good company if you can find them in stock. Because let's see here, if I go to shop here, okay, so you can see they make other bigger miners, that are more expensive. But if you're looking to start with an ASIC, the HS1 Plus and what are the differences here? This one comes with a PSU and this one does not. This is a great one. It's, I believe, relatively quiet. I do not personally own one, but I have seen a lot of reviews on them. Comes with its own power supply, just a single 6-pin, not a ton of power draw, and it's relatively quiet compared to some of these other ones. Like I personally, I owned and ran a T9 Plus from Antminer from Bitmain. That thing sounded like a jet engine taking off. It had two 6,500 RPM fans, so it was very loud, and it drew 1,500 watts from the wall. So, that's right around, you can't really turn anything else on that circuit. So depending on how many circuits you have in your house or how many circuits you have available on your breaker panel, you got to think about that too. From my personal experience, I would not recommend ASIC miners unless you are buying on a massive scale and are running them, hundreds of them. Because, to buy one, you're looking at, just looking at these ones here, $1,400, $3,400, $3,500, $9,000. That's a huge investment, and overnight this thing can become a paperweight depending on the price of the cryptocurrency that it mines. You've seen some of these crazy miners come out that they release them, and at the time of release they might be making $36 a day, $40 a day. I mean, there were some that were making like $200 a day, and that's great. But as soon as more people get those and turn them on, the difficulty is going to go up. And I think Antminer made one that did. Oh, geez, I can't think of what it was called here, but the D3 Antminer D3, I think is what it was called. Yeah, it was a dash miner. This thing was so profitable when it came out, and practically overnight, it was only making like $2 a day. And that was if you had a low enough power cost. So ASICs are a very risky investment, and they have almost no resale value. Whereas like with GPUs, you can still sell those to anybody who's building a computer, not just crypto people. But with an Antminer or an ASIC, it's only going to do one thing. So as soon as it's not profitable to you, it's not profitable to most people in cryptocurrency. Now that doesn't mean there isn't a huge organization out there that has a super cheap source of power that is still profitable for them, but you never know. So ASIC's definitely risky, but look up the Gold Shell company. That's a great starter. Like I said, it was only $300 if you can find it in stock. Let me see what they're running on eBay, because I know it was out of stock there. Gold Shell, what was it, HS1, I think? Oops, it'd help if I could type. That's an S, please. So, okay, so it looks like they're selling for about $600, $400 on eBay. I wouldn't pay, more than maybe $500 for it. You'd have to do the calculations and see what's profitable, but and how much it really ends up making. But this is a good starter if you're looking to get into crypto mining with ASICs. I'll put it like that. But hopefully that helped, Bubbles. But Mike said, thanks. I heard the April 1st 51% attack is no longer happening. Is that right? Well, I'll first start off by saying it was never meant to be a 51% attack. The Ethereum developers said on one of the calls, they said, if the Ethereum mining community can show that they really, mean business and they can come together and get 40% or more of the mining power on a pool, that they will reconsider how EIP 1559 is written. So, the bigger mining channels, Red Panda Mining, Voscoin, Bitsby Trippin, Son of a Tech, all of those people, kind of said, all right, April 1st, we're going to move all of our power to Ethermine. You guys should too. And basically what that was going to do is they were going to try and get over that 40% and show the developers that, like, hey, we're not joking around here. We don't want this. And basically the Ethereum developers saw that that was a plan, and they kind of came together, and I haven't done a bunch of research on it yet. I need to find the time to do that, and I will be doing a video. It's, going to be a little late, but they released something, an EIP 33 something, I think, or 36 something, but another one of those that basically made some compromises to benefit the miners, because they didn't want to have that attack happen. Because if the 51% attack happened and someone pulled off the attack portion of that, Ethereum could have been destroyed in minutes, because once you have control like that, it's not good. So that's kind of why they did that. So I know that Red Panda Mining said, all right, look, with this new release, this new EIP thing, I'm no longer moving my mining power to that pool. I recommend that you guys don't either, but obviously, you can't tell people what to do. I believe that probably on April 1st there will be a bigger or a larger than normal hash rate on Ethermine, but it'll be interesting. And as of right now, I personally do not plan to move my hash rate. If something comes up again and, it's shown that, like, hey, we need to do this, I'll consider it, but I am not planning on making a switch. If you saw the video I uploaded, I think it was this morning it got released, you saw that I did end up switching from NiceHash to Hivon Pool, and I'm going to be doing a more detailed video on that. That should hopefully be released tomorrow, on what ultimately made me make that decision, past what I talked about in that video, which was mainly the benefits of Hivon compared to NiceHash. But I'll be doing that video, like I said, if I have time to record it tonight after the stream, it should come out tomorrow, and if not, it might come out later in the day tomorrow. But that's kind of what I've heard, and like I said, I have to do some more research on it, and we'll be doing a video, but yeah, it's definitely interesting to see. And I think the miners will, in the event that they need to, I think we will see a large amount of hash power move to one of the pools, whether it's Ethermine or something else, I don't know, but I think it's possible. So definitely interesting. But Ken Sean said, I'd love to do a live stream and collaborate on power versus decentralization. When you say power, do you mean like electricity power, or like traditional like world leaders power, like government and stuff like that? But let me know what you meant by power in that sense. Mike said, people often say instead of mining Bitcoin or Ethereum, why not just buy the coins? Thoughts on pros and cons on this? That's a great question, and I have people ask me that all the time. And when I say people, I mean like personal friends and family, and people that say like, hey, you've been doing cryptocurrency for so long, why don't you just buy Bitcoin or buy Ethereum? And looking back, it probably would have been a lot more profitable back in 2015 to throw $6,000 into Bitcoin and hold it. But you never know what's going to happen with Bitcoin, with Ethereum, and the prices, because with that, you go out, you buy that coin, you're now holding it. If the coin, say you bought it at $1,000, we'll make it easy here, and it goes up $1,000, so it's now worth $2,000. You had one Bitcoin. You've made $1,000 total. You can sell half that Bitcoin and get your initial investment back, or you can continue to hold hoping it goes up. If you continue to hold and say it goes from $2,000 to $500, well, now you've lost the $1,000 that you made plus $500 of your initial investment. You're kind of out of luck. And at this point, I think it's extremely rare, I would say almost impossible, for Bitcoin to completely disappear and go to $0. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I would say it's very, very unlikely. If that happened, the coins that you're holding are now, the same thing as a Word document on your computer. It's a file. That's it. No one's really going to pay for it. Whereas if you went out and you spent that same $1,000 on a computer that you use to mine Bitcoin, well, then you're making the Bitcoin, you're still holding it, you don't have as much, but you have that computer. So again, in that event that Bitcoin goes to $0, you could still turn around and, recoup your investment on eBay and other auction-based, secondhand websites, selling that computer if you no longer need it. And I think that's why, personally for me, I don't have a problem going out and buying, GPUs for mining, because it's making money in crypto, and in the event that crypto goes away, you can turn around and sell them on eBay and make some money back. Will you make your full investment back? No. It's unless, like right now, if you held like 10 series cards, if you were selling those now that you bought back in 2017, like if I sold the 1060s and the 1660s I had now, I would actually make money, because they're so expensive and so wanted on eBay. And that's very, very rare. It is almost never seen where computer parts gain value after time, because it's, how technology refreshes itself and becomes better. So that's my thoughts on the pros of buying hardware versus the coin itself. Cons is you have to run and set up and maintain these rigs, whereas some people either don't have the knowledge, don't have the skill, or the time to do it. Um, I would say the rig that I built, it probably took me maybe 2 hours to build, get it working, and then get it, running on the cards. Probably 2 hours to do all that, and then probably another hour and a half to 2 hours of testing overclocks, finding the best settings, stuff like that. So I would say all in, it took about 4 hours to build and get it stable running with where I'm happy with hashes and power draw. And that's something that some people just either don't have the patience or just realistically don't have time to do. And then if your rig goes down, you're not making any money until you get the time to fix it. So that's definitely a con. Whereas you go out, you buy Bitcoin, it's easy, you're done. You just sit and wait for it to do its thing. And some people like to do that, and it works out. But I think buying the coin outright is more of a risk than buying a GPU mining rig or even an ASIC if you're careful, like we were just talking about. But it's definitely an interesting debate, and everybody has their own thoughts on what they would want to do. So again, it's going to come down to, like I said earlier with the cloud mining, it's going to come down to personal preference. What do you want to do? What do you think is the better investment? But hopefully that answered that question a little bit, at least with my opinion. But Bubbles said, should I be investing into dual mine if my house can't run an ASIC miner, or is there something else I should do? Again, that's going to come down to personal opinion. Again, none of this is financial advice or investment advice, anything like that. Dual mine, I would say if you're looking to invest in a cloud mining site, dual mine is one of the top ones I would recommend, because they've been around for a number of years and have a proven track record. Same as Genesis, same as Hashflare, and I can't say it now because it's gone, but EOBot at the time. I saw I had a notification on Discord. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't a question in that channel. But Dual Mine, I think, is a trusted cloud mining site that I would recommend investing in if you're looking to do that. But again, investing in a cloud mining site, I would say, is even more risky than investing in a coin, because in the event that that cloud mining site goes down, you probably will lose all your money that you had invested, and if you were holding anything on the site. And that's just the nature of cloud mining, because they don't give any warning most of the time. So it's something that you gotta weigh the pros and cons in your personal situation, because right now you might only be able to invest in cloud mining because going out and buying GPUs is too expensive. And honestly, if you're paying more than, I would say, for me personally, I'm not going to pay over $200 MSRP for any sort of card, whether it's new or used. If I get the chance to buy one of the new 30 series cards, or AMD's 6000 series or 5000 series at or just above MSRP, I will. But I'm not going to go out and buy a 3080 for $2,000. I mean, that's just stupid, in my opinion, at least. But I mean, like I said, if your house can't run an ASIC miner, I think that's going to be the issue that people are going to run into when ASIC mining, is the power that they have available to them just isn't enough. Just because of how much power those machines need. And really, to mine ASIC, you should have a dedicated circuit for that. And if you're not comfortable with electricity, that's something that it's an extra cost. I know for me, I'm not too afraid of electricity. I set up a regular 120 circuit for my mining rig with the 580s on it, and that was just an extra circuit because I needed more plugs. But it's about $20 if you go to your local hardware store to get the wire, the plug box, the cover, and everything you need. It's like $20 to set that up, but then you got to take apart your panel and do everything up to code, because you don't want to do it dangerously. That's something really important to remember. If you're going to do any of your own electrical work, you definitely either want to have a certified electrician check it out, or at least make sure it's up to code, because you don't want to burn down your house trying to make $7 a day. And I think that's something that you really got to remember too in cloud mining, or I'm sorry, at home mining, is if you set it up sketchy, you're using low grade equipment, or you just kind of have it in a bad spot, or it's pulling too much power off of the circuit, it can be dangerous and not worth it. So that's something to remember as well. But hopefully that kind of helped. Like I said, Dual Mine is a good cloud mining site, but you got to be willing to take a loss if they go away for any reason. Are any of the cloud miners you mentioned in stock? Cloud miners, I think Dual Mine, let me check on the account page here. Like I said, I'm not going to show that on stream here, but let's see. Orders, I think, is where you would buy. Create a new order. It looks like right now I can buy a BTC Plus contract. They are running a special right now. It looks like you get an extra 50%, which is nice. Minimum investment to invest in Bitcoin cloud mining on Dual Mine is $28.38, and that's going to make you 20 cents a day, $5.99 a month, and $71 a year. So you'll roughly, a little over double your money in a year. Again, that's assuming that nothing happens to the cloud mining site. Last I looked, Genesis Mining was out of stock, as well as Hashflare, because they are running into the same issue that a lot of the at-home people, in that they just can't get the hardware to mine, and it sucks, because they want to be able to sell it to you as cloud mining, but if you can't get the hardware, you can't sell it. But I'm just double checking here. Yeah, it looks like Genesis Mining is completely out of stock for Bitcoin, Dash, and Ethereum. But they are currently trying to get more mining power to sell. So, I mean, right now it looks like if you're trying to invest in cloud mining in a legitimate site that's been known and tested, I would say Dual Mine is the best option at this moment. And again, that doesn't mean that it's going to be here forever. I would definitely not put your life savings into it. Only invest what you're willing to lose. Assume the worst, that you invest tonight and tomorrow morning the site's gone. What would you be okay with losing compared to what you're earning? So that's something that you got to think about. So, but Mike, thank you. I appreciate the support. I know you comment on almost every one of my videos. I'm glad you enjoy the stream as well as the content. I enjoy doing it, and like I said, I mean, it sucks that the old YouTube channel got taken down, but like I said in the Discord posts I did originally, is, I'm not just going to give up and call it quits. Cryptocurrency, for me, has become a part of my life, that every day, every day I'm on the computer, whether it's work, stuff like that, or crypto, and it always just, finds its way onto my screen, I guess. Whether it's just prices, checking what the market's doing, cloud mining sites, finding new faucets, configuring miners, making sure my miners are working. I like to do the YouTube videos. I like video editing. I like making videos, and it sucks that they took away the old YouTube channel, but I hope that with the community that I have in Discord, as well as new people finding the new channel, or people from the old channel that weren't part of the Discord, I think there's a lot of a potential for this Bitcoin Tips to, get back to where the old one was and be even better. And I would say, a personal goal for me, like I said at the beginning, would be to have this channel by the end of 2021 back to where the other one was, and even higher than that, because, the more support you have on YouTube, it's easier to get the following on, Twitter and Discord and stuff like that. And in the event that something like this happens again, then we at least have a bigger community to try and get YouTube to reinstate the channel. But you got to just wait around and continue to make good content. I try and make content that's relevant to what's going on in crypto. And really, when I first started the Bitcoin Tips channel that got deleted, I was making the videos based on what would I search as someone who's just learning about crypto. What would I search to try and learn more? And that's still kind of how I try and title some of the videos is, what is the best, highest paying faucet? What is the best cloud mining site, most trusted cloud mining site? It's things like that that, try and get new people to the channel. So, and like I say in the videos as well as here, hitting the like button really does help in showing YouTube and the algorithm that, recommends videos that, if you liked it, well, that means someone else will probably like it. So that's how, you build the following and stuff like that. So it's a process that needs to be done. And like I said, I think it's definitely possible to get this channel back to where the other one was within the next, 9 to 10 months. It's just going to depend on, how committed the community is to helping out. But and I mean, yeah, I'm excited to see it grow too. I mean, I would say it's going at about the speed I expected. I'd like it to be going a little faster, but with the daily uploads as well as 1 to 2 live streams a week, I think it's doing really well. And I'm getting the hours that are needed for the partnership as well as the subscribers, so it could be worse, I guess. You gotta look on the positive side and stay motivated, to keep uploading, stuff like that. And like I said, I try and keep up with the schedule of, a video once a day and then 2 streams a week, which, I think I've been doing, somewhat okay with. But I'm glad that you've been enjoying it. I know I've talked to some other people in Discord and stuff like that that have been enjoying it, so it's nice to see that there are some supporters that were here from the old channel moving over, and even new people coming in and supporting the new channel. So like I said, I mean, we just have to wait and see, and keep working, keep on the grind of uploading quality content, because I mean, there's a bunch of YouTube channels out there that upload cryptocurrency content, but it's it's bad content that maybe they just screen recorded and there's no voice, or it's really low quality or something like that. I mean, I try and think about these things and make it a good quality video as well as good voice and audio and stuff like that, because I know for me, if I click on a YouTube video, if it has really bad sound, even if it's a great quality video, I'm probably going to click off of it within the first few minutes. So, but I see we have 6 people on right now, so I appreciate everyone for being here. This has actually been the most active live stream I've done yet, so I'm really excited to see that more people are showing up to these. Mike, I know you've been here for almost every one of them. Ken, Sean, I know we've talked on Discord a few times, as well as on content. And then Bubbles, welcome. I know you're here as well for, chat and all that, so I appreciate everyone being here. But how much Bitcoin do I think I've made from faucets? I would say, over the whole time, I would say definitely over 1 Bitcoin. I don't know exactly, because I mean, it's hard to guess, but I would say for sure over 1 Bitcoin. I do remember back, I mean, this may have been 2016, a long time ago. Bitcoin was $460, I think. I got home and I had done a YouTube video on the old Bitcoin tips the night before, and I maybe had, the channel is maybe the size that this one is right now, 300, 400 subscribers, maybe 1,000 max. I had done a YouTube video on a cloud mining site and put the referral link in the description, and it was a 10% reward for whatever the referral deposited. I log in, like I said, I check all my stuff. I got home, logged in, and I logged into my EOBot account, which at the time was where I had all of that money depositing to, which, not a good idea. Don't do that, but that's how it was. And I looked at the number, and it said 0.5. I said, there's no way. There's no way that that's 0.5 of a Bitcoin. So what do? I refresh the page, and it didn't say 0.5. it now said one Bitcoin. And I was like, what the heck? So of course I go log into this other site, and someone had deposited 10 Bitcoin into the cloud mining site under my link, and I had actually earned 1 Bitcoin from that referral program. And that was, at the time, that was one that was, I was blown away that that happened. I was amazed. And I mean, unfortunately, throughout investing in cloud mining sites going down, stuff like that, I no longer have 1 Bitcoin, but at one point I did. And again, like I said, it was $400 at the time, so it was not as amazing if I woke up and saw I had 1 Bitcoin today, but still, I thought it was really cool. And still think it is cool to say, at one point I did have a whole Bitcoin. But welcome. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name exactly. Slidey1 said, do I still recommend the Faucet Collector bot? Of course I do. That is a great faucet bot. The risk involved in it is you could get your account banned. If you're willing to take that risk, that is the #1 program that I would recommend. It's $12 for the year, $4 a month. I recommend it. It is worth every single penny you will spend, and you will actually make more if you just use it on free Bitcoin. You'll pay for that $12 in the first month. So that's if you don't use any of the other faucets on there, but 100% recommend it. Mike said, wow, that's such an amazing story. Congratulations. You deserve that for all your work. Well, thanks, Mike. I mean, like I said, if I woke up and had 1 Bitcoin, from a referral on a site I did, a video on, I would be, it would be crazy. Especially with, we're looking at Bitcoin right now on the stream here at $56,717. That would be crazy. But yeah, I mean, at the time it was still pretty wild. But, it's definitely interesting to see things like that. And that's kind of the goal is, helping people out, getting invested in cloud mining sites, and then you get a little bit of a bonus. So I think that's what's really nice. But Bubbles asked, have you ever tried Rollercoin? I think it's a very interesting site. Answer to that is yes, I have, and I have made a video on it on the old channel, but I have not been on it in a while. So let me sign in. I know I have an account. Let's see, and I just have to remember, yeah, it's this one with the little mouse. Let's see here, log in. Let's just keep me signed in. Alright, so here is Rollercoin. It looks like this one should be okay to show. Hopefully there isn't anything, emails or anything like that. But, like I said, I have not been on here in a while, so it is a mining simulator. I remember this now. With some games and stuff like that. You can play different games, earn different coins, and then eventually build up to purchase different, computer parts, quote unquote, that mine cryptocurrency for you. So you can get racks. You got to buy a rack to keep everything, and then you got to take your miners here and put them on the racks. So when you go to your house, you can see, I think right now I'm only mining on this desktop here, which looks a little outdated with the CRT monitor, but it looks like right now it says I have, that's total network power. I have none. So let's see here, actually. I actually have quite a bit of Bitcoin on here. 002. Out of curiosity, I would like to see what 002. $113. Interesting. Well, let's go ahead and buy a rack. Yeah, let's get it. And then, where did it go? Oh, okay. All right, we'll put it here. I've been trying to get the site a lot, but I'm not getting far. Like I said, I mean, I haven't been on here in a long time, but we're here now, so let's play around with it for a little bit. But let's see, this is 69 RLT. I don't know what RLT. I guess I have some of it. I think. So I have 1500. So all right, let's put it on the rack. Oh, and then look at that. I have 155 terahashes. If only you could get that many, but Mendez platform is 100% legit. Alright, let's see what that one is. I'll go ahead and minimize this out. Mendez, let me just Google that. Sometimes that's a break company. Crypto. Oh, okay. So yeah, I've heard of this coin here. Mendez Investments. So you say it's 100% legit, George. Have you been using it? I have a lot of RLT. Yeah, I'll have to, spend some of that and put it into the miners there, which I'll pull it back up here in just a second. I want to look at some of these other things too here, but zero fee platform. I'll have to look more into this, when I'm not doing it live, but it looks interesting here. Yeah, okay, so it's stable coins and stuff like that for investments, so I'll have to look into this a little bit more. What have you used it for, George, if you don't mind, if you want to put it in the chat there, just so I have a little bit of extra, let's see, roller coin, that was the one I was looking for, extra information on it. Okay, sorry, I had to take a drink there. Been talking a lot here. I don't know how much longer we'll go here on the stream, but all right. So we have a lot of RLT here. Let's see. What can I buy? These are all Satoshi miners. This one's 155,000. Why would I spend Satoshis on this if I can just buy this? Okay, out of stock. Out of stock. Okay, so you've been using it for over 2 years, George. That's definitely cool. I will look more into it and follow up with you, either in a video or if you join another live stream, probably next week or maybe this weekend. I might do another one, but let me know. I'll let you know what I figure out here. But so it looks like I already bought the best miner here. 2 cells, 155,000 gigahashes. Nothing else seems to be higher than that. And this one's, less. I mean, unless it mines. I mean, let's buy this one, see what happens. All right, we'll go home and we'll put this one on the rack. 265 terahashes. Look at that. It looks like I'm earning 44 micro satoshis now with this miner. So that's definitely cool. But yeah, I mean, it looks like I'm doing pretty good. I haven't unlocked a new room yet. Oh, I can get it for 20 RLT, but, okay, so you started with 30 cents. Wow, that's actually really interesting, George. I'll have to look more into that and, see what I can do on there, because, I mean, if you started with 30 cents, that's actually really impressive if you've, made a good amount of money off of that. Because I don't know if you were here earlier in the stream, I was talking about, that's what I had done, was start with, very little amount of cryptocurrency, maybe $1 a week off of free Bitcoin, and that was how I made my original money in crypto, was based off of that, and then investing in cloud mining sites and stuff like that. But that's really cool. I appreciate you sharing this site with me. I'll check it out more in depth once the stream finishes, and then like I said, I can always do a video on it, and after I know more on it, and then follow up with you if I invest and get it all running and stuff. But let's see, that 1,000... Oh my goodness, bubbles, wow. Really? See, the number of times that this has happened where it's like, oh, I have cryptocurrency on this site. Interesting. Oh my goodness, you're right. Wow. That's actually really interesting. I can see that it pays, what, 1480. 1480 is what I have. Wow, I already know 0.03. Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, Bubbles, thank you for reminding me about this site. I definitely appreciate it. I'll have to look more into this and figure out what all of this is again, because like I said, I made an account on this probably back in, July of 2020. Did a video on it and then kind of forgot about it, which happens sometimes. But that's definitely really interesting. So I'll have to do some more research myself on this. I hope that's not making noise. It looks like the computer sound should be muted. But I will definitely be doing some more research on this, and I will, not buy any more of these until I learn what they all do, since that is a little bit more, Satoshis than I expected, but definitely interesting. So I'll definitely be doing some more research now on this site, as well as some of these other sites, and it looks like they've got faucets and all that, so I'll definitely have to do some more research on this, but definitely interesting. Hey, you never know. You never know what you're gonna find on some of these sites that are older and stuff like that. But definitely cool. You should buy a lot more miners. You can get a lot of money from it, to be honest. Well, Bubbles, I'll take your word for it. I definitely believe you that it could be worth a lot more if I invest in that. But I'll do some more research on it, and then in the next video or live stream that I talk about this site, if you're there, we can definitely talk about what it is. And Mike, I will for sure do a video on this site. Like I said, I'll do some more personal research, reading about it. Read through the FAQ, figure out what everything means before I do a video, because if you can't tell, I'm not super familiar with it. I want to at least be familiar with the site before doing a review slash tutorial video on it. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated on this site, since it definitely looks interesting. But you'll hopefully be able to buy your first miner. So yeah, definitely keep me updated on that, Bubbles. I wish you luck in upgrading your miners on this site and the cloud mining site game. And I think I think there need to be more sites like this, where it's like mining simulator games, because a lot more people, enjoy playing games, whether it's simple or complex. And if there's a chance to earn a little bit of extra cryptocurrency in there, I think that'll just make it even more popular. And I've always thought that a really good like iPhone app or even computer game like this would be a great idea for a faucet cloud mining, investment site for cryptocurrency. But like I said, after the stream, probably tonight, I'll be doing more research on this for sure. And I will follow up with you guys with a video. Hopefully, honestly, I'm pretty interested in this now, so probably this weekend I will have a video review. So I would say look for it maybe Saturday or Sunday, at Monday morning at the latest of next week, because today's Thursday. So yeah, keep your eyes out on the channel. I'll be doing a video on this for sure. Would anybody, since we've got 6 people here, and this, again, like I said, has been one of the most active chats that I have had in the streams that I've been doing. Would you guys be interested in an update series, maybe once a week, once a month? How often would you guys like to see an update on this site? If I really got invested in it and played. George, you said everyone should join, 100%. Yeah, I mean, would you guys be interested in seeing my progress on it past like a tutorial update review video? Or is that something that you would think, not really interested in? Just to kind of get an idea if so, once a week, says Mike, that's something I can definitely do. Make it a weekly thing if that's something you're interested in. So yeah, I have no problem doing that. Like I said, I want to learn more about it first, but I will maybe start, on Sunday, do a review tutorial video, and then, a week later, do an update on it. So I'll definitely, work that in and, figure out a schedule or something like that. I mean, like I said before, growing this channel, it's finding what's popular, what people like. And I don't know if everybody here is a part of the Discord, but if you are, there's a video suggestion channel in there. If you guys have any suggestions of something you would like to see, please. I take it very, I try and do everything here, but, video suggestions, hashtag video suggestions, join the Discord. I'll put an invite link in there right now. Let's see, 7 days. I mean, this chat will go away here in a bit, but there's the link. If you're not part of the Discord, join. If you have any suggestions, you got to do a quick verification. It'll DM you a thing, and then you just type in the code, and then you'll get access to all of these channels. But definitely suggest any videos. But Bubbles said it'll motivate him more to play on this, so I will for sure get that going. Yeah, that should definitely be cool. But we're coming up on about an hour and a half here that we've been doing the stream, so I'm probably gonna get ready to wrap this up, just because my voice is getting a little tired of talking here. But I tried to share my referral code on your Discord, but not many people joined. I'm sorry to hear that. The links and promotions channel, we may have to do something about this. It's, a lot of the same sites are getting posted by the same people. So I have to figure something out with that. I just don't have too many suggestions. But sorry to hear that not too many people signed up. But definitely interesting. So, but George said if you have news about it or best strategy, for sure, that's something I can definitely do. Keep you guys up to date on what I'm doing, the strategy I'm using, what's working, stuff like that. Weekly stuff like that I can do. And I'm glad we found something that looks interesting to a lot of people here, or at least the 6 of you that are here. But guys, thank you so much. I really mean it. You guys are what makes the channel work. And I know I've said it here, Mike. You've been here for almost every stream, if not every single one of them. George, you've been in a few of them, and then Bubbles, of course, in Discord. But thank you to everybody that's here. I really enjoy this. The talking with you guys through chat and stuff like that. Good ideas to add cooldown. So yeah, I'll have to look into, like I said, I'll have to look into this a little more and figure everything out. It's add like an hour cooldown. Well, let's see, where do we find that? Like I said, I have to do some more research. Oh, here's what it is. All right, I'll have to read through all of this then and figure out what all this means. That's just sound. All right, I don't want that to show an email or anything, so we'll just close that. But I'll have to look more into this and keep you guys updated through videos. And then, of course, if you guys are all here on the next live stream, which will either be Tuesday night next week or Thursday night, I'm switching it up. If you guys have a preferred time, I know, Mike, you said last week that maybe doing one on the weekend would be a good idea. I may do one this Saturday or Sunday just to test it out. I'm not sure yet. I have not decided, but let me know if there's a preferred time that you guys like, if you like doing these ones Thursday or if you like these Tuesday. Those are the days that usually work pretty good for me to do something like this, but let me know. Keep me updated. It's definitely something I like to do, and I like to get to know you guys and answer some of your questions, because you can't answer everybody's question in a video, so there's some things like that. So I'll definitely be doing more research on this site and following up with a video later this weekend. But thank you guys for all showing up. I really appreciate your time. You'll get more attendees on weekends, so you know what, let's plan on this weekend. I'm not sure what time or day I'll do one, but I will keep you guys updated. If you guys are around, I'll try and do one this weekend, and hopefully get you updated on this. So I'll try and do a video before the next live stream on this Rollercoin site. But other than that, that's about all I've got voice for. I'd love to, keep going, but my voice is starting to hurt a little bit here from the talking. But I appreciate you guys showing up. It's nice to, like I said, get to know you guys and find things like this. Now I've got, at least one video a week figured out for the next, little while. But 5 p.m. Pacific is good for you. So definitely I'll take that into note. I'm not even sure what time it is in Pacific right now. Let's find out. What time is it in Pacific? I don't even think I spelled that right. There's no S. 5:58. So what? That's an hour ago would have been 5, so that would have been 8 o'clock here. So yeah, well, I will keep you guys updated 5 p.m. Pacific. I'm thinking that chances are on the weekend it might be earlier in the morning. But I will, do some experiments, see what works. But, thanks for being here. I know, Bubbles, you said you'll try and be there. Mike, thank you. George, thank you. And to the other people, there are 7 of you. I know I just, thanked 3 people here. Ken, Sean, if you're still here, thank you. Appreciate you being here and helping out on YouTube and in Discord, letting people know about that scammer. And then there was one other commenter, Sleedy, if you're still here. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, but thank you to being here. But 5:38, Bubbles said, or 5:58 is what time it is about, so try to be there. But thank you guys. I appreciate you being here, and I hope to see you in the next video and in the next live stream. Have a nice rest of your day, guys. Bye.